Hi. Yes, welcome to your favorite American television program. All the way from Buffalo, New York is great. USA town, number one, I win, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Cristo, I mean to say.
Yes,
What's
yes.
up with them damn fingernails? Damn.
Oh, that's that.
Cokehead.
Pam gets upset about those too, and yeah, but people have said that. It's just because I kind of wanted to see how long I could go before all my fingernails broke without clipping them, and so far this one has been lasting the longest time. I haven't clipped it since last October.
That is insane.
Yeah, it's really gross. The other ones have all broken, but I'm not gonna clip all of them until this one finally breaks. The other ones have all broken, but this one. I want it to break. It's getting really gross and it's getting really annoying, and I just want it to be over. But no, I gotta stick with my experiment. And it's disgusting. I apologize, Dudley. But in case you see this, it's pretty.
That's your coke nail, isn't it, son?
It definitely is. And we ain't talking Pepsi, as they say in the great poetic stylings of Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope.
Yeah, shouts out.
Yeah, shout out to my main man. What is it they say? Magnets, how do they work or something?
Faygo.
Yeah, I love Faygo. I got some cotton candy Faygo in the fridge right now. It's basically
That is the worst kind.
That's why I got it. It's it's just pretty much Detroit tap water with a bunch of cotton candy mixed in. If that, who knows? It's just a bunch of chemicals mixed in with. And we all know how Michigan tap water is so good for you. I mean, Flint is right next door to Detroit. I'm just saying. You know, there's no way they're getting the freshest source of water in Faygo land, as you know. But I like Faygo. I don't know about you, Dudley. What's your preferred soda choice?
Now that weird one that I cannot read the label that you bought that one time.
Oh yeah, Wiseau water, as I call it. That's definitely my favorite too. It's not actually Wiseau water, people. There are so many consonants next to each other and weird letters I am pretty sure don't exist outside of New Orleans.
Can I buy a vowel?
I don't know if you can on that one. Not any vowels I ever heard of. But you can have a few, Dudley. Feel free to buy a couple insane Polish/New Orleanian vowels. But I drink that stuff. Pam refuses to drink it. She's like, I don't know what this is. I'm not drinking that. And I'm like, well, you got me there. I don't know what this is either. That doesn't look like what the color of water should be, and I don't know what any of these ingredients are. But it sure is a funny-looking bottle and a weird-looking name. Speaking of weird-looking names, I saw the great artist of Sean Lennon the other day, and I got a lot of hate for it. I think Greg Sterlace himself didn't seem to like Sean Lennon, and Left Hand of Darkness was making a big fuss about it on Facebook. But come on, I like Jonathan. Though I'm pretty sure there's something going on between him and Les Claypool in that band. Because he's like, hey, Colonel, how's it going? And Les is like, how's it going there, Shiner? And he's like, Colonel, tell me more. And I'm like, yeah, those two are boning. There's gonna be some wedding bells chiming between the Lennons and the Claypools. Well, either that or they're just strange. Because I'm pretty sure Sean's a strange guy, and I don't know. He's got a cool hat though. I've always liked his Captain Crunch hat. He's got like a green Captain Crunch hat, which I had one once, and I swear to God, I was sitting there with a certain guitar player who I used to play with, who's I don't know if anyone's heard of this guy, but anyway, I was sitting in the car with him, and I swear to God, I set this hat down, and it vanished in thin air. I am not joking. I have searched this car up and down. He saw it too. I mean, I know we were drinking a lot back then, but I swear to God, we set this down, it literally just vanished right in front of us, and it was the weirdest interdimensional thing I've ever seen happen. It was fucking crazy. I think it went to the Cosmic Space Pouch, personally. But,
Well, dig in, it's right over there.
I don't know, Dudley. I feel like there's a lot of hidden secrets I don't need to get into. Like, I'll just pull out, like, Six-Eyed Garfield or something. Something weird. But anyway, friends, I gotta go downstairs for a second and take a dump. I'll be right back after these messages.
Clop.
Clop, yes.
We are back.
Are we back? We're on.
Did you enjoy your defecation?
Yeah, I did. I took a nice smooth one. Just like one of my favorite candies, the smoothie. You know, the thing is about smoothies, though, they're not that smooth. I don't actually know why they're called that. They're like the most lumpy peanut cup-based candy I've ever consumed. And I used to always think they were made out of more like hardened peanut butter, but I'm just reading this, and apparently that's butterscotch. But I like them better than Reese's, but they're not that smooth. Don't listen to the packaging. It's all lies. But I don't know. That was a pretty good dump.
I prefer mallow cups because they're mellow.
Yeah, I like those too. Those are pretty damn good. But see, the thing is, I see these less. So like whenever I see them, even if I want a mallow cup, I just gotta get these. And then even less than that, you see Jimmy Sticks, which I did see, but I like Jimmy Sticks less than smoothies. So I needed to get on some of that smoothie action and take a nice smooth dump. You know, but that's all good. You know, it's all nice, smooth, and delicious candies. And peanut-based candies are, of course, my favorites because you know, anything that's made out of a nice bean is good. You gotta have a nice bean-based candy. I mean, all candies are kind of based on beans. If they're chocolate, you got chocolate beans. You got chocolate-covered cocoa, which is just, or chocolate-covered coffee. It's everything is beans. Why does everything gotta be bean-based? What are they just gonna take a can of beans? They're just going to dump a whole bunch of, like, cotton candy in it. And there you go, kids. There's some cotton candy-covered beans. Eat up! And it's just like, where does it end, you know? It's like, first you start out with this delicious smoothie. And then you just, next thing you know, you're just eating, like, dog food beans covered in, like, I don't even know. What are you just going to cover in, like, nasty little nerds? I hate nerds. That's the grossest candy. What's a nerd anyway? Don't they just eat chickens or something? I don't know. Oh, hi, Dudley. I see you on the screen. You're a very beautiful man. You're so strong like an ox. I would win. So, yeah, I don't know. That's my rant about bean-based candy. Why everything's beans? You know, you got bean drinks. Why you gotta drink hot cocoa? You gotta drink some coffee. You gotta drink some, just, I don't know. You just, next thing you know, they're just gonna be straining the Pintos right into the coffee maker. You just, there you go. There's my bean juice. You know, I'm sick of beans controlling everything. What do they think they know? I don't know anything about beans. You don't know anything about beans. But I mean, I like beans. Don't get me wrong. But they gotta act like
I like how they're fried.
Oh, man. Fried beans are so good. Yeah, I agree. Refried, they're so good
and
fried.
I like it refried.
Yeah, come on. They're so good fried. You
I
gotta
like to get refried.
No, I don't know about that, Dudley. I don't want to refry you. You're nice and cool as it is. It's just
you don't like to get fried?
Somehow I don't think you're talking about food anymore there, Mr. Duck.
Or do you prefer to be baked?
I don't know anything about your strange talking, Mr. Duck. I don't do anything like that because that would be immoral and illegal.
I'm talking about potato chips.
Oh, yeah, I like... Right. Yeah, I like potato chips, too. I used to like the baked potato chips way more. But then, you know, I started thinking about it. It's like, why do I gotta eat this baked... You know, I don't need this. I just need it nice and fried. And then I got really into the kettle cook. That's my favorite kind of potato chip. And you gotta put the pepper all over them, the salt, and... You know, I don't know. I used to like the baked better, but then I realized that's an insult to potato chips. I mean, I'll still eat it if it's there. But you know what's the best thing ever is a French fry sandwich. Okay, you take like a russet potato and you put it in the fries and you deep fry it, and then you take a bun and you just lather it with all the butter you can, and then you just put the hot fries out of the fryer right onto the bun. You just cover it with more butter, and it's the most amazing sandwich you'll ever had. Put salt all over it.
Isn't that a Pennsylvania thing?
I don't know. I heard about it from this British guy. He called it a chip butty. But, you know, the British eat all sorts of crap. Britain's not exactly known for its health food. But, yeah, everybody's blaming America for being, like, the worst eating country. But it's like, you know, you Britons, what are they all eating? Eel pies and, like, hearts and apparently, like, French fry sandwiches. It's disgusting. I mean, I'd eat it, but, like, don't act like you're all so high and mighty when you're the ones eating that crap. I mean, what's the worst we got? A cheeseburger? I mean, I know they like to stack a bunch of crap on them, like, you know, like an upper decker. You ever hear of an upper decker? I never heard of that until the other day. That's where you...
You haven't heard of an upper decker?
No, it's gross, isn't it? You just kind of... And then, I don't know, it was really disgusting. I went down the rabbit hole of, of Urban Dictionary disgustingness, but it's pretty gross. I don't need an upper decker. But for those of you who don't know, an upper decker is basically, if you don't like someone, you take a dump in, like, the tank of someone's toilet, so when they flush it, the nasty shit water just kind of goes into the bowl, and you gotta, like, scoop the turds out of the top of the bowl. It's so foul. It's really nasty. But I heard of something called an atomic upper decker, but I don't remember what it said. It was way grosser, though. But
we'll leave that to the viewer to do their own independent research.
Yeah. And then there's, like, a rusty venture, which isn't that just where, like, you, like, masturbate so many times, like, your dick starts to chafe, and then eventually it starts to bleed, and that's a rusty venture? I don't remember. It's disgusting. Dudley, why are you making me talk about such nasty things? I want to talk about something wholesome.
You brought it up, man. Damn.
Don't tell the viewers that. I want them to think I'm an innocent...
They can hit the rewinder on their diver.
Damn it. Viewers, I know. But anyway, the recommendation for today is, hi, how are you? The Unfinished Album. I mean, it sounds pretty finished to me. From September 1983 by Daniel D. Johnston. I love this album. I mean, Daniel Johnston's he's a pretty crazy guy. Like, I mean, he thought Metallica was trying to kill him when he was on an airplane, so he crashed the airplane. No joke. He thought Metallica was, like, out to get him on this airplane, so he crashed the entire plane. I don't know what happened after that. I know his dad was there. But, Daniel Johnston just stopped touring. My dear friend Slade got to see him. And I was really jealous. I wanted to go. I hope he does more stuff. I mean, you know, I don't know why he retired. I guess just because he's kind of crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. I hope he comes out of it. But this album is really great. It's the first album I ever heard by him. It's kind of, like, disturbing. Like, it just seems like he just says anything. Like, any weird, crazy thought he has. Like, the Poor You one's weird. It's just about how he's sitting in bed and he has dreams of, like, some hot girl coming to, like, say, like, no, Daniel, I'll fuck you. Isn't it great? And he's like, yes, of course. Yeah, Daniel Johnston, I don't know why he talks like that. He sounds like he's like an 8-year-old boy or something. It's really weird. But, yeah, even in the name of the song, I am a baby in my universe. I don't know what... And that's all he really says. He goes, I am a baby in my universe. I live forever. And it's like, yeah, but you're really just like, not, though. You're like really not. I mean, he's only like 53 or something, but he looks like he's like 80. Daniel Johnston doesn't have any teeth. He's really, really, really greasy, and he's just disgusting. But I mean, I like his music. Running Water. Running Water makes no sense. He just goes, running water, where are you running from? I can see you're always on the run. Like, what kind of song is that? But that's why I like it. Like, who would release this? That's amazing. That, like, just this nonsense just gets put out there. He would just... The only reason anybody knows about this album, I'll tell you the history. He worked at McDonald's, and he would just slip his little homemade cassettes of this album into everybody's Happy Meals. Kids should not listen to this, but this is what happened. He would stick it in the hamburger buns and the Happy Meals, and he just gave out, like, hundreds of these things. And it just was around so much, everybody's just like, well, I mean, I guess I'll listen to it. And he got kind of famous. That's how he got famous. I mean, if I worked at McDonald's, I'd probably do the same thing, but I'd probably get fired. Pam worked at McDonald's. My sister worked at McDonald's. But, what was another good song on here?
Yeah, but then you don't have the hipsters listening to the music, because they're the only ones with a cassette deck.
Yeah, that's true. But I only release all my stuff on cassettes. I get accused of being a hipster all the time, and I don't see it. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't think I'm a hipster, but people always claim that I am, just because I have long hair and I do weird noise music and I release everything on cassette and 8-track with my friends out in Oregon, which is, you know, hipster central. I mean, I can see the connection, but I don't know. I don't want to be a hipster.
Hey, John.
Yes?
Face it. You're a hipster.
I know that, but if you admit you're a hipster, then you can't be a hipster, so I gotta play by their rules a little bit. Don't tell anybody. I just need some, I need to get, like, those little fake glasses, and, I need to get, I don't know, what do hipsters wear for shoes, like Doc Martens or something? Something weird. I mean, I got, like, Birkenstock, which is, like, hippie central, man, peace and love, bro, and I got, like, the hippie shirt on, but, like, it's just because it was the only thing clean. But I don't know. I came out to the show all gross. I obviously never even brushed my hair. But whatever. It's because...
Or cut your fingernails, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's also very true. No, man, I don't believe in cutting my fingernails. But that's like what the man wants you to do. It's like... Yeah, I should probably cut these. But come on, it's lasted this long. I can't stop now. I'd have to wait like another year. It's so disgusting. And like a lot of times, like Pam want me to like rub her head or like scratch her back or something, but then I'll be like, I gotta like, okay, never mind. Or she'll like, what? Like, she'll want me to like rub her back, and I'm like, I probably shouldn't, because I'll probably like end up doing like back surgery with this thing or something. I mean, I forget it's there. Sometimes I just go like, and it just goes in my eye. It's kind of a hindrance, but like I've taken it this far. I just hope to God it breaks. If it breaks right now, I'd be happy. It's so gross. You know, all the other ones lasted a long time, but for some reason this little bugger doesn't want to go. This little turd. But I don't know. I remember one time. It's always India. It's always the weirdest stuff in India. The person with the longest toenails and fingernails was in India, and it was this guy. And I just remember they were so gnarly and gnarled up and nasty. And then I was just reading this thing about weird facts, and there was this other guy who, it was just like this teenage boy, and he was addicted to dog milk, and he kept claiming that the dog's nipple accidentally fell in his mouth. It did not accidentally fall in your mouth. You were just like, here, puppy, here, boy. You wanted it, come on, don't tell me that. Yeah, I don't know. I guess just India's got such a huge population. There's just bound to be something crazy happening there. I mean, crazy stuff happens in America all the time, too. And definitely China, too. There's, like, I saw this kid in China with, like, 40 toes or something. I guess it's just these places where you got huge populations. That's just where you're bound to get some of the weirdest stuff. Because, I mean, there's huge countries, like Kazakhstan, I think, is, like, one of the biggest countries in the world. But, you know, I just think nobody knows what happens in Kazakhstan. Like... I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's these giant populations.
Isn't that where your main man Borat is from?
Yeah, Borat's from great nation Kazakhstan, Almaty. I actually like Kazakhstan. I love watching videos on it and stuff. It's really crazy. Like, you watch these people. It kind of really seems like that. Like, I don't want to offend anybody, but damn. Like, I was talking to this guy from Kazakhstan once, and the first thing he brings up, he's like, no, like in Borat, it's not like that. They say prostitutes charge like 40 tenge. It is not true. It is only like 30 tenge. And this is a real conversation I had with a guy from Kazakhstan. And I don't know. It was like, oh, no, that's nothing like in Borat. It's like, yes, I win. Not like that. It's okay. Meanwhile, every Kazakhstani person wants to kill me. But I don't know. I would go to Kazakhstan. I would go to Uzbekistan. Uzbek Jimmy. Check out Uzbek Jimmy. He's this weird guy who, he's famous for singing songs in Hindi while playing a milk bucket. And he's a real Uzbekistani star. He travels the country in like these big real tours where all he does is bang his milk bucket and sing Hindi like Bollywood songs. And it's very strange. And he's actually Tajik Jimmy, but he claims that no one knows where Tajikistan is, so he just calls himself Uzbek Jimmy. But I mean Tajikistan's like right next to Uzbekistan. I don't think like your average Jane or Joe would know where Tajikistan is. I mean, I do, but that's only because I like Central Asia. Central Asia is just I don't know. It's a weird sort of a place. It's not a place you think about often. Armenia is on the cusp of it. Armenia is more like Western Asia. Armenia is on the border of Iran, so they're more like Persians. But that's pretty weird too. But I don't know. Iran's cool. I don't know. Everyone's just gonna hate me for like blathering on about this stuff. But I don't know. I think
This geography lesson brought to you by the Buffalo Infringement Festival.
yeah, the infringement's going on right now. It's wild, Dudley. Let me tell you something else. I seen some crazy stuff this infringement. With Lazy Ass Destroyer was just fucking nuts. My God, he was just killing it up there. But I never actually seen him live because like he kept trying to like hug me when he was really like piss ass drunk, and I kept telling him no. Because he was gross and he smelled, and I didn't want to. But, like, I'm glad I saw him live. I was like, I don't want to deal with that guy. He's annoying. But, like, Lazy Ass Destroyer, I'm sorry I didn't accept your hug. But don't, like, be, like piss-ass drunk. Just be like, just give me a hug, man. Come on, it's fine. And I'm like, no, it's all right. But it was a great show. There was, like, a guy in, like, a thong and, like, a executioner's mask, and he was just like going nuts. And yeah, I don't know. Infringement's been pretty wild this year. It's been I only had one infringement show though. I had two shows the same day. I had a non-infringement show in the afternoon, and then I had an infringement show later that afternoon with Red Huffy, which is basically just an offshoot of Green Schwinn. Like I consider it the same family as Green Schwinn. It's you could consider it the same band, but not really. Like Green Schwinn is like the tree, Red Huffy is like if you take like a shoot from that tree and like, you know what I mean? Like you consider it the same thing. I post all the tour dates for Red Huffy on Facebook and all that. But I also consider Green Schwinn to possibly come back someday if someone ever, returns. But I don't count on it. And I still sometimes call.
Yeah, where the hell are you, dude?
Yeah, I saw him the other day. It was real awkward. He would like, he barely talked to me. I didn't think he was gonna talk to me. He kept looking at me, and it was real awkward. And I know you watched the show, so you know it was awkward too. But he did come over and talk to me. Rory was like, he's not gonna come over. I'm like, I think he'll come over, and he did. So I'm just saying, you can come back on the show anytime. We miss you. We miss you. But come on, we can talk about Wesley Willis and how he sucked a cheetah's dick. But he didn't really suck a cheetah's dick, but he liked to sing about sucking cheetah's dicks and stuff. It's Jam and Jesse got to get head bumped by Wesley Willis. I was so jealous. That was so cool. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of. I like these kind of rambly episodes. I mean, I know probably the viewers are like, "What the hell is this trash?" But if I
was just thinking the same thing. That's amazing.
Yeah. But, like, if I was turning the channels and I saw some, like, insane guy sitting there rambling about Uzbekistan, I'd be like,
that's because it's you.
Yeah, I know, but, oh, my God. Dragonlord Frodo did the craziest thing the other day. Did you see, I was talking to him earlier when he was doing dabs. And he's like, this doesn't work. No, we should have got him on tonight. Whatever. But he's probably still lost his mind from those dabs. Yeah, it was pretty funny. Yeah, I don't know. For talking about how much he hates Lovejoy, he sure was saying how much he missed Lovejoy for some reason. I think the dabs brought out that he kind of belongs in Lovejoy. But Lovejoy is garbage. It's pure garbage. It's for those of you unfamiliar with the great poetic work of Dragonlord Frodo, highly recommend it. He got to meet James Rolfe, who's one of my heroes.
Well, like the Spurlack says, I have to disagree.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm being honest, I do too. Dragonlord Frodo's really disgusting. You should never actually talk to him. He's really fucking gross. But it's so entertaining. I don't know. What are your thoughts on the DILF?
DLF he's delightful. Check him out on one of the old Spurlack shows.
Yeah, that's my favorite episode, personally. I just wish we could have had a crossover between him and Andy. And Andy hates Dragonlord Frodo. He was always like, dude, why are you talking to him? Don't talk to him. But it's like, come on. He's amazing. Oh my God, it was so disgusting. His underwear they were just so brown today. He has no shame. It's so disgusting. Those underwear, they're so huge. You can wave them like a flag. It's so disgusting. I don't know. I love Dragonlord Frodo, but he's a little bit of a unique flavor, and that flavor is like turds, like dog turds wrapped in like bird shit. It's pretty gross. But I don't know. The Dragon Lord Frodo, he's got an album out on 8-track too. I keep trying to do a split with him, and he's like, no, I don't want to do it with green Schwinn. I want to make it metal. And I'm like, well, fine, make it metal. I don't care. Like, no one else I know would get like within 30 feet of you anyway. I mean, we can just. I don't care if it's like the worst thing ever made. I just want my name on something with Dragon Lord Frodo. I got a friend request thing the other day where this guy, I didn't even remember friending this guy on Facebook, but he sent me a message. He's like, dude, I cannot friend you. Hang out with Dragon Lord Frodo. I'm not talking to you. I'm like, that's fine. That's hilarious. That just my association with him puts people off. Michael Anthony Constantino. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Dragon Lord Frodo's he's a weird guy. He gave me this weird like box of crap once. Like it was just a bunch of broken stuff, and I just threw it out. I don't know what he wanted me to do with it. I think he thought it was funny or something. It was really weird. But I don't know how he's not famous like Daniel Johnston for being like an outsider artist. I mean, they're both like crazy. Oh, if you like Dragon Lord Frodo, check out Lucas Lerner. He's like the Washington version of Dragon Lord Frodo. He's really funny. Also, Kristen Weston Chandler, also known as Christine Weston Chandler, also known as Chris Chan, another Dragon Lord Frodo like character, very hilarious. But he's crazier. Like, well, he's less violent. Chris Chan is just more like insane and like sad. But Lucas Lerner is pretty much exactly like Dragon Lord Frodo, but like a little less gross. Like he doesn't look as disgusting. I'm just fascinated with those type of characters. Like if you go on the Dragon Lord Frodo subreddit, or like the Dragon Lord Frodo Kiwi Farms profile, you can find all sorts of hidden gems. Like I love that picture where he's just like attacking the camera with a machete. Oh my god, and that one, he's so fat, you can't see his penis. Like, it's really weird. He's just sitting there, butt-ass naked, and you can't see his dick. It's so weird. He's just sitting there. It's like a hairy ball of fur with no dick. But it's like, I would hang that in a museum. Like, why is that not in, like, the Louvre? Come on. You got, like, crap like, what, the Mona Lisa? Some old painting of, like,
well, there's artwork for the Louvre, and then there's artwork for the Lou.
Yeah. Yeah, whatever. I don't know. Well, Dragon Lord Frodo should beat all of them. And also, I don't know. He's just very... I don't know how he can... Oh, my God. And then you ever see that guy who does nothing but constantly cover All-Star by Smash Mouth? He looks like Dragon Lord Frodo, but like balder, but with like more of a disgusting neckbeard. John Sedano, it's so funny, and he always puts the camera at the worst angle. All these gross, like, disgusting YouTube stars do that. They put the camera at the worst angle so you can see all their nasty chin flab and all the hair, and oh, it's so gross. It's so amusing though. Like, I don't know. I think I find great amusement out of these like internet like rejects. Like, I mean, Tiny Tim. That's what I'm pretty sure he would have been. Like, Tiny Tim is like a pre-internet like crazy guy. Like, he's just like some weird fat Arab guy who like sings like in a high falsetto voice about how he loves tiptoeing through the tulips. Like, I mean, he's not as crazy. Like, you could talk to Tiny Tim, but I mean, I would love, like, I love Tiny Tim. Tiny Tim's just at that point where
well,
he's
that
like,
all depends.
yeah, there's that point. He did wear a lot of nice diapers, and he liked to brag about it. He's like, no, Howard, no.
Well, so does Dragon Lord Frodo. He's diaper core.
He needs to friggin' change that diaper. That diaper is so gross. That was the dirtiest I've ever seen his underpants today. They were like, wash your clothes, man, or just put it in a hazmat bag. That's nasty. The Dilf's been, he was doing all those dabs today. I'm not even sure if he's, like, alive. He didn't look so good on camera. But, yeah, I don't know. I apologize, viewers, for this half-hour rant of me just talking about absolute nonsense. I realize it's not as entertaining as it is with Pamela or you know, anybody else. Me or Beth or the other guy who used to be in guitar or, I mean, Dudley's obviously the star of the show, but, you know, I apologize for making a subpar episode, but, you know, whatever. Call and text, complain that I'm insane. Tell me what your favorite type of diaper core band is. Tell me your favorite Dragonlord photo track. Tell me some Chris Chan stories. It's all good. See you guys later. Great success, yes, and